Tailspin Tommy. And so, from September 5th, 1941, here is the very first episode of Tailspin Tommy, entitled Mine Ore.
Tailspin Tommy is on the air. Yes, here he is, stepping out of the pages of the daily newspapers from coast to coast. That lovable, exciting aviation hero, Tailspin Tommy, with his flying friends Skeeter and Betty Lou. Just as you've seen him on the screen, just as you followed him in his exploits in the daily papers, you'll hear him now on the air in this, his first radio appearance. So join us for an exciting half hour with one of the real heroes of aviation, Tailspin Tommy.
Hello, everybody. Gee, this is going to be swell. This flying in here every Friday to be with you for a half an hour. Because I know that Skeeter and Betty Lou and I have had some adventures that'll make pretty exciting radio listening. And if you don't mind, I'm going to drag up a chair and tell you about an experience we had only last month when the three of us were flying out to the coast from 3 Point, Texas. We were cruising along at about 3,000 feet over that stretch of desert southwest of Salt Lake when Skeet started complaining about the heat.
Oh, holy cats. It's getting hotter than the inside of Gene Cooper's bass drum.
Oh, cheer up, Skeeter. You'll soon be cooling off in the good old Pacific Ocean.
Oh, now you're talking, Betty. Just fly me over the beach at Santa Monica right now, and I'll bail right out into the surf.
You should complain about flying over the desert, Skeet. What if you had to cross it in a covered wagon?
Oh, you're talking about two other guys, mister. I ain't itching to be no pioneer. Look at that dry stuff down there. Why, I bet you could fly. Hey, Tommy.
What?
There's a ship down there.
A ship?
Well, at least I think it's a ship. Yeah. Why, sure it is. It's grounded.
Hand me the binoculars, Betty.
Here they are.
Thanks.
Oh, I hope it isn't a crack-up.
There, you see it, Tommy? The other side of that long gully there.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, that's a crack-up, all right. The right wing's crumpled and the motor's smashed.
Maybe it just happened, Tommy. Isn't there something we can do?
Somebody is already there. I can see an automobile and there's a man standing beside the wreck.
Well, let's fly low and give it the once-over, huh?
Well, we ought to do better than that, Skeets. Maybe we can be of some service.
You don't mean you're going to try and sit down in a rough country like this?
Oh, it isn't so rough. I see a clear space alongside that ship. Looks like hard surface down there. Hang on, pals. We're going down.
By golly, Tommy. That's what I call putting it down on a dime.
Taxi up a little closer to the wreck, Tommy.
All right.
That's it.
Here comes the guy.
Howdy there, folks.
Hello there. Anybody hurt in the crack-up?
Hurt? I'll say the fella was killed.
Oh, is that so?
Yep, I had the boys take his body into town. I'm the sheriff of this district, headquarters in Emmetsville.
How do you do, Sheriff? I'm Tommy Tompkins. This is Miss Barnes and my pal, Skeet Milligan.
I'm pleased
Hello,
to meet
Sheriff.
you, Miss Barnes. You too, Mr. Milligan. You know, funny thing about this case, when we found the fella, he was laying beside the plane with 4 or 5 bullet holes in his body.
What?
Bullet holes?
Yep. We figure somebody shot him while he was in the air, and when the plane fell, it threw him out onto the ground.
Well, cut my switch. Say, what's going on here?
Come on, Skeeter. Let's get out and look things over, huh? Say, Sheriff, how do you know he was shot in the air? Maybe it was done after he fell.
Oh, no. No, sirree, it wasn't. Yeah, come here. Let me show you something.
Yeah.
Right over here. Now, you see them bullet holes in the plane?
Well, I'll be darned. Hey, these holes were made by machine gun bullets.
Of course they were.
I say, Sheriff, who was this pilot? Did you identify him?
Well, no, ma'am. There wasn't no identification at all on the body.
Doesn't seem to be any on the ship either. At least there's no wing markings.
Yeah, well, you folks don't know the half of it yet. Here, come around here. Come around this side. I want to show you something else. Now, see right here where I'm standing?
Yes, sir.
Well, this is where the body was. But the fella wasn't dead when he hit the ground because he had time to write some words on the side of the plane with chalk. See here?
Yes, sir, Tommy. He left a message.
Urgent. Rescue my brother. With Gus Miller. Hi. He started to write a word beginning with H-I.
Yeah, I know that, son, but what's the word? And where am I going to find this Gus Miller?
Hey, wait a minute. Now, I got it. Now, listen. He started to write the word hiking. Gus Miller and the pilot's brother are lost somewhere. You see, Sheriff?
Oh, that doesn't tie up with the shooting, though, Skeet.
No, but if it wasn't for that
Wait a minute.
sign...
Now, wait a minute. Plain to be seen, the ship was headed east at the time of the crack-up. East. Let's check the fuel supply, Skeets. Maybe we can learn something else.
Well, okay, Tommy.
Tell me some more about this flyer, Sheriff. About how old was he?
Well, he was just a young fella. Oh, I'd say around 19, maybe 20.
Had he been dead long when you found him?
Well, I can't really say about that. The prospector stumbled onto the wreck this forenoon, and he notified my office. We figure it must have happened either last night or early this morning.
Well, Sheriff, maybe I wasn't so wrong on that hiking idea. Go on, you tell him, Tommy, huh?
If this ship had a full gas load when it started, it flew, I should say, about 45 minutes before it crashed.
Uh-huh.
Well, that means it traveled around 75 miles. And 75 miles west of here would be right in the middle of the High Sierras, wouldn't it, Sheriff?
Say, that's it. That's it. He started to write High Sierras.
Well, sure. That's what we've been trying to tell you.
Yeah, but where in thunder did the plane take off from? It's all wild country back in those mountains. No habitation of any kind.
Well, all the more reason why it'd make a good hideout for somebody. Maybe this Gus Miller.
Yeah.
Say, look, Sheriff. That pilot made a dying request that somebody rescue his brother. And as fellow aviators, we ought to do our level best to grant that request.
You said it, Tommy.
Any objections if Skeeter and I do a little scouting over the territory to see what we can find?
Why, no. No, go right ahead.
Thanks.
You mean you and Peter and Betty Lou, Mr. Tommy?
No, honey, I'd rather you wouldn't go.
Why, Tommy.
Oh, now, Betty Lou, this is no trip for a girl. It'll be a long, tiresome flight, and no telling what we'll run into.
Oh, well, what's the difference? I've been in tough spots with you and Skeets before.
Feel a lot better if you'd go on to the coast by train. I'm sure the sheriff wouldn't mind letting you ride back to Emmetsville with him.
Why, not in the least. No, sirree, not in the least. She can get a train for the coast at 4:20.
Sure.
But I don't want to go on by train. Tommy Tompkins, I've a good mind to remind me never to speak to you again. Be careful, won't you?
You know I will, honey. What do you say, Skeeter? Let's get going.
Okay, Tailspin. Now let's go here. Okay, say when.
All right.
Contact.
Yeah, this is sure some plane you boys have got.
Yes, sir, I'll say, Sheriff. This ship is known as the Silver Streak. And, boy, let me tell you, she'll do everything but give you a haircut, I guess.
Yeah, she sure is a pretty thing. Yeah, what's that long pipe underneath there? The exhaust?
Why, no, that's the smoke writing attachment.
Oh.
Say, is there a landing field at Emmetsville, Sheriff?
Why, sure, and a good one, too.
Well, okay, then. We'll let you know how we come out, all right?
Steve, let's get underway. Bye, Betty Lou. See you in Santa Monica.
I'm not speaking to you, mister.
Oh, all right, then. Here we go.
Oh, I didn't mean that, Tommy. I didn't mean it.
Bye, do you, Betty?
Goodbye, Tommy. Bye, Skeeter.
Bye, Betty Lou.
Good luck. Happy landing.
Thanks. See you soon.
Who is it?
It's okay. Me, Gus.
All right, come on in.
Well, Miller, you said you wanted to talk to Vern, so here he is. Come on in here, you.
What's the big idea?
Yeah, you tried to make a getaway with your brother last night, didn't you?
Who said so?
You were seen running toward that plane just as Harry took off. but he couldn't wait for you because my boys were closing in on him.
All right, so I was trying to get away. Sure. And I'm glad Harry made it, see? We've known for a long time what's going on in your mind. You've been planning to kill us like you did our dad. Now that you've learned how to operate a tungsten mine.
Yeah?
But you don't dare kill me now, because Harry will bring the law in here.
Joe, tell him what happened to Harry.
I'm very much afraid that your brother ain't going to tell no law about nothing, kid. On account of the very simple fact that he's dead.
That's a lie.
No, it ain't. As soon as he left here, one of our men followed him in a plane and shot him down over the desert.
That's a lie. You're just saying that to scare me, you dirty rat.
That's enough out of you. Get out of here. Go on back to your work. I'll take care of you later.
If you fellas did kill my brother...
Get out! That fresh punk. He said a mouthful when he said his number was up.
Look, Lover, I want to talk to you. I got a little story for you. I'm afraid it's going to be a little story that you don't like. If there's any more killing to be done around here, you'll have to do it yourself. That's how spilling that I am. I took care of his brother.
Since when are you giving orders? You do what I tell you to do, and you'll like it.
Oh, Walt! Walt, come on here.
That's Mac.
Yeah, what's the trouble, Mac?
There's a plane overhead.
Plane?
And it ain't one of ours.
No kidding?
Yeah. See it up there? I've been watching it for 5 minutes. Flying low over the camp.
So you lied about getting Harry Osborne, did you, Briggs?
What are you talking about? I did not lie. He didn't send that ship here. He's dead, I tell you.
All right, we'll argue about that later. You and Mac take up a plane and get that ship.
Oh, more rush stuff, eh?
Yeah, and hurry up about it. Don't let it get away, you hear? It's seen too much already.
There is a landing field down there, sure enough.
Sure enough.
But they got it camouflaged.
Yeah, thought so.
Hey, look. That ain't no ordinary valley neither. It's kind of a pocket or something. High cliffs on 3 sides, and the only opening's a narrow gorge. Wow, what a job getting a plane in and out of there, huh? Hey, there's a ship coming up here to meet us.
Yeah?
Yeah, see it down there?
Where?
Oh, she's a fast one, too. Look at her climb.
Yeah. Well, I guess they're coming up to pay their respects, huh?
Sure. Like they paid their respect to that flyer over the desert. Hey, we better get out of here, Tom.
Not yet, Skeets. I'm going to hang around and see what they're up to.
Oh, there's your answer, Tommy. Now let's get going.
That's a rat trick.
Oh, boy, that was close. Hey, they're shooting holes in the right wing.
Hang on, Skeets. We're going into a roll.
That's it, Tommy. You like now level her off and then kind of pour the soup to her, will you? We can outrun them easy.
No. We can't make it yet. I'll dive under them and come up on the other side.
Oh, that's swell flying, Tommy. That's leaving them behind. Now, if we can only get clear of this valley.
We'll get clear of the valley, all right. Then I'm going to let those fellows catch up with us.
Yeah, and when they... What? Let them catch up with us?
Yeah, I want them to start shooting again.
Say, are you gone nuts?
And the second they open fire, you pull open the smoke riding attachment.
What's the big idea?
Here they come. Get ready.
Oh, okay, she's open.
All right, hang on. We're diving down through this cloud bank.
My ailerons. Now, what was the idea of that?
See, they think they shot us down in flames.
Well, slap my tailskin. Oh, that's pretty smart figuring, Tailspin. What else could they think with all that black smoke trailing out behind us?
And now they can't see us because we're below the ceiling.
You're crazy, all right, Tommy. Just like a fox.
I expect they're headed back to their base by now.
Yeah, and we'd better head for our base, the town of Emmetsville.
No, not yet, Skeets. Remember what that dead pilot wrote on the ship? Urgent. Rescue my brother.
Yeah, sure, but I want to...
See a clearing down below, and it's not far from the edge of one of those cliffs. I think I can make a landing.
A landing?
Mm-hmm.
What for?
So we can climb down the cliff into the valley. Something tells me we ought to get down there in a hurry, too. Are you with me, Skeets?
I never bailed out on you yet, have I? Go ahead, pal. Nose her down. Oh, brother, what a climb.
Oh, we're down. Finally. Ooh, that must have taken us a couple of hours.
Oh, I'll say. It's plumb dark already.
Yeah. Good thing the moon's out so we can see our way around. Now, look, Skeet. The first thing we better do is to... What?
Take it easy, Tommy.
What's the matter?
Some guy just ducked behind that rock over there.
You sure?
Of course I'm sure. I seen him.
Well, we can't afford to get caught at this stage of the game.
Now I wish there wasn't no moon.
Look, Skeet. Let's walk over past the rock like we don't know he's there, see? And all of a sudden, we'll jump him.
Yeah, and then what?
Well, we can tie him up and gag him.
Tie him up? With what?
We can use your shirt. It's already torn into strings from climbing down those rocks. Come on. Let's go.
We just kind of talking along nonchalant like between ourselves, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Boy, I'm sure anxious to see this country in daylight, huh?
yeah, me too. Boy, I bet you there's swell hunting here.
Yeah. Shh, there he is.
All right, I got you.
Let go of me. Oh, no, boy, not much. Get off of me.
Hey, wait a minute, Skeets.
Huh?
Look, he's just a kid.
Huh? Well, sure enough.
Now, stand up here, kid. Let's take a look at you.
Say, what's the idea? I wasn't bothering you fellas. Who are you anyway? You don't work in this camp.
You work here?
I'm not saying a word.
What are you doing with that pack on your back? You about to start up the cliff?
I tell you, I'm not saying a word.
I've got a hunch you're the very person we're looking for. Have you got a brother who flies a plane?
What? Why, yes, I have. Did Harry send you here?
No. No, he didn't send us, kid. I'm sorry to have to tell you, your brother was killed.
Oh, then it is true. Harry's dead.
Now, look, we haven't got time for a lot of explanations. We're here to get you out of this valley. We'll have to work fast. What's your name?
Vern Osborne.
I'm Tommy Tompkins, and this is Skeets Milligan. Now, tell us what sort of a place this is.
It's a mining camp, a tungsten mine.
Who runs it?
A man by the name of Gus Miller and his partner, Joe Briggs. But it isn't their mine by rights.
No?
They murdered my dad to get it.
What's this? They murdered your pappy?
Yes, they did. My father discovered this vein of ore and filed a claim on it. Then these men came along and tortured him until he signed the claim over to them. And after that, Miller shot Dad. Harry and I saw him do it.
Why, the dirty skunks.
They'd have killed Harry and me, too, only they needed us here to show them how to get out the ore. They don't know anything about mining. They're gangsters.
I thought so. They certainly use gangster methods, all right. That machine gunning of your brother, for instance.
Say, fellas, here comes somebody. You better get down behind this rock.
What for? We're not scared of them.
Come on, Skeet, do what he says. This is no time to take foolish chances.
Well, we waited too long, that's all. We should have rubbed him out this afternoon.
It's too late to cry about that. He's gone now, and the point is, how are we going to catch him? If he gets out of the mountains and spills the beans, we're sunk.
Mountains, nothing. He can't even get out of this valley, you know that. I'll get the boys to comb the valley from one end to the other. We'll find that guy, and I don't mean maybe.
Well, I hope we do.
Did you hear what Miller said, fellas? He's going to start the men out looking for me. We'd better get going up this cliff.
No. We can't get up the cliff.
But didn't you fellas come down?
Yeah, but we had to drop from ledge to ledge. Boy, there ain't no chance of getting back up there.
Well, good night. What are we going to do then? We can't get out through the gorge. It's blocked by a high wall that Miller and Briggs built to keep anyone out.
Let's worry about that later, Vern. Tell us some more about this setup. How do they get this tungsten ore to the railroad?
Well, they fly it out in a big transport plane.
Oh.
It's over in the hangar right now.
And that metal's in big demand now. I'll bet they're cleaning up, too.
I'll say they are. You ought to see the big stack of currency in their safe. And, boy, are they suspicious of each other. They're each afraid the other one's going to grab the money and make a getaway.
They're no different from other crooks in that respect. What about this hangar? Who's there right now?
Well, there's the hangar guard, and Carl Green's around there someplace. He's a mechanic they brought in a few days ago. And say, he looks a lot like you, Tommy.
Like me?
Well, don't hold that again, him, Vern. The poor guy can't help it.
Oh, no smart facts, Keith. Look, Vern. You say this mechanic was brought here a few days ago?
Yeah, a fella by the name of Matt flew him in their plane.
Well, in that case, Miller and Briggs might not be thoroughly familiar with his face, do you think?
No, I guess not.
Hey, look. Do you think this Carl Green would cooperate with us?
Yeah, he might. He's a pretty good fella.
Fine. Now, listen. You go over and talk to him. Tell him the whole story. Tell him we need his help. And get him to lend you a pair of overalls like the ones he wears.
Okay.
And get back as fast as you can, Vern. We'll wait right here.
You bet I will, Tommy.
All right, Houdini. Now, will you kindly inform a poor dumbbell like me just what kind of a goofy stunt you're cooking up?
Skeeter, my friend, I've got a hunch that when we leave this valley, we'll take the two worthy bosses of this outfit with us.
What? You mean Miller and Briggs?
Mm-hmm, another chum, and with your good help, it ought to be a cinch. Now, here's the way we'll work it.
Oh, hold it. Somebody's coming again.
Where?
See him over there? A couple of guys with flashlights.
Must be looking for Vern. Hey, they're coming right this way, Skeets. We better get out of here. Come on, hurry up. Don't stop. We gotta keep going.
Did they see us?
I don't know, but we can't take any chances. I wish we knew where the hangar is.
Ain't that it right over there, Tommy?
Yes, it looks like it, all right. Let's get over near it, Skeets. We can watch for Vern. This is good right here, Skeets.
You think them gorillas seen us heading for these bushes?
No, I don't think so. I think we're all right.
Holy spitfire.
What?
Look there, Tailspin. There's about a dozen of them buzzing around with flashlights now. And they all got guns.
Yeah, they're putting on a real search, all right. We'll keep our eye on that hangar door, and when Vern comes out, we'll warn him.
I'll tell you, Tommy, we missed the guy. Or else he got caught. We've been here for an hour.
Keep your shirt on, Skeets. I think he's still around the hangar.
Well, if he's ever going to come out, now's his chance. There ain't no searchers around.
Wait a minute. Here he comes now. Oh, Vern. Hey, Vern, here we are.
Oh, for Pete's sake, what are you fellas doing here?
We almost got caught over by the cliff. We had to scram.
I was afraid of that. I stayed behind the hangar till it was safe to come out.
What about Carl Green?
Everything's fine. Here's the overall.
Oh, good.
He says he'll play ball 100%.
Great. Now, look, Vern. I want you to go with Skeeter back to the hangar. I'm depending on you two to knock over the hangar guard and get his rifle. Think you can do it?
My brother Harry knocked him over. That's how he got away.
Well, then it's a cinch. Now, we got to get that transport plane out in the field, too, kid. Maybe your friend can help us, huh?
Say, what's this all about, fellas? What's your plan?
Skeeter knows the whole thing. He'll explain it to you. So get going now. No, wait a minute. Where'll I find Miller and Briggs?
Well, they should be in their cabins. You'll see 2 cabins on the other side of the field. Miller's is the biggest.
All right. You fellas go ahead while I slip into these overalls.
Come in. Oh, thought it was somebody else.
Sorry to bother you, Mr. Briggs, but I want to get straightened out on a certain matter.
Yeah, who are you?
I'm Carl Green, mechanic over at the hangar.
Oh, yeah. What's on your mind?
Well, is it all right if I go with Mr. Miller on his trip? He says it's all right, but when I was hired, I was told not to leave the valley.
What trip are you talking about?
Well, he didn't say where he was going. He's taking a transport plane. He wants me to go along to help handle his baggage when he lands. See, he's got 4 heavy suitcases.
4 suitcases?
Uh-huh. I thought maybe
Is Miller in the hangar now?
Well, he was when I left.
All right, you go on back then. Forget about any trip. Leave this to me. I'll handle it.
You say you work at the hangar, huh?
Yeah, Mr. Miller. I'm the fellow Mac brought in the other day, Carl Green.
Yeah? You sure have changed a lot.
Huh?
How'd you get so sunburned all of a sudden?
Oh, well, you see, Mr. Miller, I've been working out in the open quite a bit.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Well, what are you doing coming here at this time of night?
Oh, well, it's about Mr. Briggs. He wants me to go with him in a transport to handle his baggage. He's got 4 heavy suitcases.
Hey, Briggs, what are you doing getting in that plane?
I'm looking for you. That's what I'm doing. So you're trying to sneak out with the dough, eh?
So that's your cover-up, huh? Unload them suitcases, you yellow rats.
What are you talking about?
I'll get them out of there, and mighty quick, you double-crosser. You're not getting away with my money.
Get back there.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, get back there when I...
Get him up! You heard me. Get him up. Reach.
Who are you?
Never mind that. Search them, Bert, and see if they got guns.
Say, what is this?
Go on, shut up, or I'll conk your motor.
Here's an automatic on Miller.
Fine, you keep it. All right, you monkeys. Get in that ship, and don't you stumble over none of them imaginary suitcases. Well, you're going to get in there?
All right.
Yeah, I'll get in.
Hey, fellas! Here comes a mob of those searchers. We've got to take off in a hurry.
Well, what are we waiting for? Our passengers are loaded.
All right, hop in, Vern. Come on, Skeeter. Here we go.
We sure got away just in time.
I'll say we did.
Hey, where you guys taking us
We're
to?
delivering you and your pal to a certain sheriff, Miller. He wants to ask you some questions about a couple of murders.
We don't know nothing about no murders.
Now, ain't that just too bad? You're getting me sore, mister. Go on, get back in there and shut up, or I'll file your flipper wires down.
Oh, so you think you're tough, huh?
I'm tough enough to handle a dirty mug like you.
Yeah, you forget, Punk, that we're both of us flyers, and we can very easily take over this plane.
I got the drop on him, Skeeter.
That gun ain't gonna do you much good, kid. It ain't loaded.
You mean...
Jump in, guys.
Get in! Oh, no, you don't, mister. So, you want to play, huh? Keep at him, Skeeter. Hang on to that middle you can.
You're all right, Skater?
Yeah, I'm okay. Now level her off, and I think we can tie these birds up.
How was that for a climb? How's Burns? He all right?
Yeah, I'm all right as soon as I get these big gorillas off my leg.
All right now, kid. Take this belt of mine and go to work on that Miller guy. I'll take this tough boy here with these shoot ropes.
Guess they won't be moving for a while. This ought to hold this guy after he comes to.
Well, now, this sure ought to hold our friend here good and plenty. I want to be in on the necktie party for these two birds.
Come on up here, you two, and get a look ahead.
Okay, Tailspin. We're coming. Go on, move.
Yeah. Isn't that a pretty sight down there?
What do you mean, pretty?
Well, doesn't it look good to you now that you're out of it?
It sure does to me.
Anyhow, I guess you'll be back there before long, Vern, running that tungsten mine yourself.
Well, I certainly hope so. Thanks to you, Tommy, and Skeeter.
Now, here again is the man of our story himself, Tailspin Tommy.
Young Vern Osmond was one happy kid at the prospects of running the mine, and for a moment he almost forgot the murder of his father and the killing of his brother by the two gangsters, Miller and Briggs, who we turned over to the sheriff at Emmetsville. Skeets and I were pretty tired after that job. Just one of the many we're always sticking our necks into. But we didn't lose any time in hopping out to Santa Monica to join Betty Lou. Well, we never got around to following through on that little mystery because a few days later, Paul Smith, our boss, sent us a hurry-up wire to get back to Three Point and make a test flight of a new ship he'd just turned out. And that conversation Betty Lou overheard on the beach helped us solve the mystery of a really vicious crime that took place right there at headquarters. I'll be with you again next week with Skeets and Betty Lou to tell you the whole thrilling story. And for now, good night, all.
We invite you to be with us again next week at this time when Tailspin will be heard in the exciting story of The Missing Comet, another in the adventures of Tailspin Tommy. Tune in every week at this time for that daring hero of the skies with his pal Skeeter and Betty Lou, straight from motion pictures and newspapers, created by Hal Forrest, Tailspin Tommy. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Well, that'll just